Making the PLL's top 10 players of 2024 is a distinction reserved for the most elite talent in lacrosse. From remarkable offensive abilities to game-changing defensive dominance, we'll break down the exceptional skills that make these 10 players the very best in the world. What makes the number 10 player overall, Asher Nolting, so special? It's his ability to create his own shot or distribute to a teammate, most notably Marcus Holman, as we're going to demonstrate with some two-man games behind the cage. So the Cannons set up the ball behind the goal. They're setting up this little two-man game between Holman and Nolting, and what they're trying to exploit is this big little between one long pole and one short stick. Holman knows that the defense wants to prevent that switch, and he's going to exploit this open area on this side of the crease via a little slip pick. So as we run this, here comes the pick. Nope, see you later. Lead pass by Nolting, and Holman's led to greatness. What I love about this is Asher actually gestures. Come on, Holman, come on here. Marcus, set this pick, set this pick. And as we run this, not only does he gesture it, but a little flip underhand, leading him above goal line extended. Now we've got the same two-man game. Now we freeze it. Now we keep that matchup. And as you take this back a little bit, as he gets to goal line extended, here is this push. Here's this push from the defender, and Nolting's going to lean in on this, and as he goes, then comes the question mark. Then comes the question mark, and his ability to shoot through contact. The defender's stick is all over him. He's just so big, he's so physical, he can shoot through that contact and still bury it. With Nolting, it's pretty much pick your poison. He's got a solution for every problem you present him. What makes our number 9 player so singularly special is Danny Logan's ability to lock you down on defense and then get out and run in transition. So let's start defensively. He's matched up on Sergio Perkovic, and from a responsibility standpoint, he is basically tasked with covering both the left and right side. You'll notice his hips are facing Perkovic. He's comfortable athletically not giving up either side. So as Perkovic starts to make his move, body contact, and then the stick check comes in at the end to cause the turnover. Notice right here, notice his stick, it's up. He's gonna come straight down on the exposed stick by Perkovic. That chop down right there, that's what leads to the ground ball and the run out. Add to boot, he boxes out his matchup. Now in transition, we've got a little 6-on-5, but really what we're looking at here is a 4-on-3 up top. You got 4 Atlas offensive players running and really 3 defenders kind of trying to exploit that 4-on-3 matchup. Logan is the trailer, so as we play this and you get the rotation, Logan just sizes it up. You'll notice the distance here, too much space, one of the most lethal shooters in transition in the game, and he's actually going to use his defender as a screen to bury this. Lockdown on defense, get out and run. Danny Logan, 1 of 1. The number 8 player, Conor Fields, is simply a magician. And what makes him so creative is his ability to use various stick angles and exploit a defense, whether that's feeding a teammate or creating his own shot. Here we're going to see his kind of signature action on that left side. This is kind of classic Archer's offense. You know, as you run this, you're gonna get a little flyby cut here, and then you're gonna get this inside-out two-man game trying to exploit the Outlaws defense. As we run this, Fields is gonna come over the top. There's the double team. There's the double team, 1, 2. You're gonna get this little slip action, and what I love is Conor Fields is actually gonna throw a behind-the-back pass. You'll notice that he is mindful. He's mindful of this defender right here potentially rotating. Keep your eyes on that defender because he is going to actually get embarrassed here, because as this play runs, he's going to have absolutely no clue where the ball is. The ball's in Mac O'Keefe's stick, but as you'll notice, this defenseman is saying, does he still have it? Like, what's going on here? No idea that a pass has been made, no idea that I'm supposed to rotate, and the end result is O'Keefe burying it from his knees. Again, another two-man game action here. You've got Fields with the ball, a pick being set. They're trying to exploit this big little action right here. As Fields goes over the top of it, now we don't get the switch. Now let's get this cut. By cutting across the middle of the field, you're actually going to create a ton of space for Fields to come back to his right hand. Matt Dunn, Defender of the Year, actually has incredible defensive posture here. He's got a lift check. He's got his stick underneath Fields' arm. What is Conor going to do? He can't get that arm, his hand back on his stick. What's left to do? Oh, yeah, I'll just shoot it one-handed between my legs. So what's the analysis on this tight shot? Shut up, nerd, and just let me watch the highlights. So I'll do that in all of its glory. The goal of the year, one of the greatest goals ever, and all that's left to do is what just happened, Conor Fields. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. I'm crying here, and holy smokes, everybody, what did we just see? Conor Fields is a magician, and there it's on display. The number 7 player, Graeme Hossack, the anchor of the Archers championship defense, his ability to own his one-on-one matchups while playing sound, solid team defense. In these highlights, we're going to see him go up against 3 of the top 20 players. Let's start with Asher Nolting. And as we run this clip, you're going to notice Nolting wants to get to this huge open area. This is the area that he wants to exploit. So instead of sitting back, Hossack's going to go out and meet him. He wants to go body on body as Nolting drives upfield. There's the contact. There's the pressure. He's going to lower the boom, be physical, get into him, make him uncomfortable, leads to a caused turnover. There's the push, the check combo. He shields Nolting so Dobson can get out and run. Now, as we shift gears, the Whip Snakes want to get involved in a two-man game. So they're trying to exploit this two-man game. Hossack is actually covering the picker. He doesn't want to sit back and be kind of passive in this. He's going to jump out and actually meet Malone at the point of contact before layering a huge check. There's the hammer. There's the caused turnover. Again, we're out and running. Now on Brendan O'Neill. First, I'm going to play a little team defense. O'Neill's outside the play, so I see an opportunity to kind of hedge here and help out on this dodge to this open space. Okay, I'm going to kind of sniff that out. Now, instead of just sitting back, I'm actually going to go out and meet O'Neill at the point of contact. So on this throwback, I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to get out. I'm going to make life miserable for O'Neill. I want to get in on his gloves right away, and I want to force him to his right. I want to force him this direction to his weak hand, to his offhand, really nullifying him as an option. Now I want to be body. I want to be physical. I'm going to get into his grill. I'm going to push him. I'm going to make him uncomfortable such that when he rolls back, again, in on his hands, forcing an errant shot. Graeme Hossack's ability to match up with different body types, own his one-on-one matchup while being sound within the team defense. There's a reason why the Archers are back-to-back champs. Brett Dobson coming in at number 6, and what you love about Brett Dobson as a goaltender is he's so steady, he's so calm, but yet in the biggest moments he steps up. And that whether that be at end of game clutch situations or in the championship, he always rises to the task. Here, opening weekend in Albany, championship rematch. This is the end of game sequence. You got the Water Dogs coming down after a huge turnover. Look at the open area that is directly in front, and you've actually got a screen. A defender is actually standing right in front of him. See, Woodward is actually screening Dobson here, and as you go to roll it, notice Dobson, he comes out and plays this huge high arc. He's multiple steps away from goal line extended, really challenging that shooter. Then on the rebound, again, he's got multiple bodies kind of in front of him. Did this shot even get to him? I'm not sure if it got there, if it got deflected. And then the rare emotion that comes from Dobson with the fist pump. He absolutely loves it. His teammates do too, securing the win, setting their season off on the right foot. Now let's fast forward to the championship. Again, Zed Williams has got all of this open space. So he's trying to exploit this area. Brett Dobson doesn't sit back. He's going to come out and challenge it with that super high arc, try to eliminate the screen. Rebound, so tough to defend these multiple shot possessions. Whipsnakes regroup. Don't let the Archers catch their breath. They re-attack. This is TJ Malone, Rookie of the Year, going on a short stick. You freeze it right here. Here's the area that he's trying to exploit as a Dodger. Dobson knows that he's got slides prepared. He's got guys that he knows can get across the field and potentially help if he goes underneath. So what does Dobson do? Dobson holds this near pipe. Holds that near pipe knowing that if Malone keeps going, he's going to get absolutely crushed. So if he holds that near pipe, he'll secure that save, which is exactly what he does. Multiple saves within the same sequence, saving the Archers possession, saving the Archers season, leading them to back-to-back championships. Trevor Baptiste comes in at number 5, face-off specialist of the year, and Trevor's ability to take face-off wins and turn them into instant offense is really what sets him apart. Not all face-offs are created equal, and as we're going to see on back-to-back goals going against the second face-off specialist, Joe Nardella, really makes Trevor so unique. Pinch and pop, we're going forward. Here you're going to see this is the area that Baptiste is trying to exploit, and you've got two defenders kind of set up to potentially help here. This short stick midfielder's trying to get in on the play, and you've got this point defenseman also in a position to slide. It doesn't matter. He goes into the goal so aggressively, he buries it on the run. Very next faceoff, again, wins it forward. Now you see, again, this short stick D-mini, I got to get there. You're going to see it. Again, so much respect being paid to Trevor. I've already scored on the run. That little look back, notice he sees, does he have Kobe Smith trailing this play? That little look back, this is where he was maybe anticipating a trailer to be. Okay, there's no one there. All right, I'll take matters in my own hand and bury it from 2. Again, on the tight shot, Baptiste right here. This is where you'll see this little look back. He's trying to see, do I have help? Do I have trailer? If so, I'll distribute the rock. I don't, no problem. I've got the range from 2. Pinch, pop, there's the look back. Here is Trevor saying, do I have Kobe Smith? No, I don't. Well, let me turn my attention to the goal. No help, no problem. Back-to-back goals for the 5-time face-off athlete of the year. The 4th-ranked player, Michael Sowers, is a unique blend of athleticism with ultra quickness, high IQ, able to dissect the defense, and the technical skills to exploit any sort of breakdown defensively. So they're going to start Sowers. They're going to set up in a little 2-man game, and what they're trying to do is change the matchup as you've got a big little. So 1 long pole, 1 short stick. So they're trying to get the short stick on Sowers so he can exploit that advantage. He gets it, and here's where the defender gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. You'll notice this defender is trying to shut off Sowers, but he actually is staring at the ball carrier. Sowers notices the back of his helmet, and he's going to backdoor his man. So on this mistake, see you later. Now he's got a heads up. He's got a slide right in his face. So after he catches this ball, here's the help and support. Well, here's the area that they want to exploit. All he needs is his teammate to just back up a little bit to create a little bit more space so that he can take advantage of that. High IQ matched with quickness. Here's the tight shot. Sowers, as he catches this pass, you'll notice his head is up. So his head is up. He's reading this slide coming the whole time. And then as a defender comes, he's going to catch this pass. I want you to notice his stick work here. As he catches this pass, he's going to catch and throw behind the back in one fluid motion. When I think of Michael Sowers, I think matchup nightmare. His ability to win any one-on-one matchup, whether it's a short stick or long pole, his ability to exploit the 2-man game. You match that with his high IQ play. If you send any sort of help or slide, he's going to exploit it and find an open teammate. Blaze Riorden is your number 3 overall player and the top-ranked goaltender of the bunch. He just has a knack for making extraordinary plays look very ordinary. Here we're going to start with kind of a ho-hum possession against the Archers. And what I love about Blaze is he is a lacrosse player. So you're going to see Tom Schreiber dodging down the alley. He notices, hey, Schreiber's looking inside. I'm going to anticipate this. I know exactly what is coming on this feed. I can see Shriber. He's not a threat to shoot. I don't need to be in a ready position. I'm ready for the feed. I'm ready for the feed and the shot inside. I'm up to that task, and now I'm off to the races. Here you can see that little pump fake, and then once he crosses the midfield line, just look at the open space afforded to Big Blaze. He is going to go for a rumble here. This little look back freezes the defense, and then it's off to the finish line. The goalie goal, his teammates absolutely love it. You take it one more look. That look back right there, he's looking off. He's saying, hey, I'm going to feed this trailer. Don't worry about me. In doing so, the whole defense freezes for a split second, and then the adulation of his teammates all joining in. There, it's just nothing but smiles across the board for Big Blaze and the Chaos defense. When you think of Blaze Riorden, you think of the ultimate goaltender, the big stopper in cage. Second time he's gone coast to coast. He's absolutely incredible in the biggest moments, and we saw it on display right there. No big surprise here. Captain America, Tom Schreiber, again in the top 5 this year, number 2. The best passing midfielder of my lifetime. And what makes him so special and one of one is his ability to throw these cross-field skip passes. So we're going to start in a little two-man game. Archers are trying to create a mismatch on this big little. They've got an offensive midfielder trapped on defense, so they're going to go right to this pick to try to create a switch for Tom. He's going to come off of it. He gets what he wants, and he actually absorbs a pretty big hit here. He's going to absorb that contact, and in the recovery, he's going to wisely try to then re-attack down the alley to try to create his own shot. On this re-attack, this is where you're going to see the defender say, hey, wait a second, we got Shriber going to the rack. I've got to be prepared for a slide. So you got this defender ready to go. Most notably, you've got this defender staring at the ball, and all of this open green space right here on the crease. This is what Conor Fields is going to exploit with a backdoor cut. Shriber hits him in stride, and you've got the highlight behind the back. Notice as Shriber goes to the cage, I want you to focus in on his eyes. This is what's so crazy about Shriber, is as he's going to the cage, he actually is staring right at the goalie. This is a no-look feed as he goes right there. He's staring at the goalie and is still able to whip that across his body and hit Fields in stride. Tom Schreiber, one of one, the best passing midfielder of my lifetime, on display there. The league MVP, Jeff Teat, clocks in at number 1 this past season. He shattered the PLL single-season scoring record in jaw-dropping manners. He makes the ordinary plays special just based off his skill and IQ. Here we're going to see Atlas is on the power play. And as Teat catches this ball, he recognizes that the defense is in a 5-man rotation. And what that means is they're sharing the responsibility on the crease. So he wants to look there, and then the 2 low bases. Those 3 spots are his key reads as this play develops. So once he actually spins the ball around, he's able to get the ball inside to Dixon with a nifty little behind the back who finishes it. It's his ability to manipulate the defense that really makes it so special. Graeme Hossack, he wants to step in on Dixon. As Teat catches this, he is going to actually stare down this skip pass, kind of holding Hossack in place. He really wants to get the ball to this open area on the crease. There's only one problem. As he catches this, or as he goes to make this pass, here's Dixon, but there's a defender in the way. Here's the actual open passing area. So even though he's open, I need to lead him to space. How do I do that? I float a little behind the back so Dixon can step into it. Now he's matched up one-on-one. He's got a matchup. This is a short stick with no stick. So Teat is thinking, I got to be ultra aggressive here. I want to go to the rack. As he goes to dodge, you'll notice all this open space currently. You've actually got the broken stick over here for what it's worth. So Teat is like, that's the area I want to get to. He gets underneath. You can see the defense preparing to slide here. There's a guy. There's another guy. So you've got 3 different Denver Outlaws ready to go on Teat. Notice he's falling to the ground, and somehow he's able to yank that stick up despite being on the ground and his stick underneath. This goalie, he actually is playing pretty good position, thinking like, okay, there's no way he's actually going to get this on cage. Meanwhile, Teat, yeah, I just did, and I'm going to do that in style. Week in and week out, Jeff Teat delivered. His consistency game to game is exactly why he shattered the PLL points record.